to my channel. It's me, Jasmine the Buffet Witch, but you already know that because we're talking about Juvia's Place. I pulled out my coffee shop items because I now have just about all of the coffee shop liquid shadows, and I also have the eyeshadow palette. I wish they would have made coffee shop lipsticks. There's glosses. I think I have one gloss, but I don't have anything else from this collection. It'd be so cool to have like all that, but we're done buying things. So this is the palette I want to play. Let's do that. So again, I do have the bulk of the liquid shadows. I played with them yesterday. It was wonderful, wonderful. I loved it. Now, instead of actually using these shadows, because there are two really light ones that I didn't get, they weren't in stock, I'm actually going to use the liquid bronzer in the shade Butterscotch, and this is going to be our eyeshadow base. Now I could use Juvia's Place I Pray by Brand shade 2, but we're not gonna. So I'm just gonna whack some of this on the eye and blend her out. How is this a bronzer? Who is this bronzing? What do I know? Anyways. Now, because it's a bronzer, it doesn't have a ton of coverage, which is exactly why I wanted it. It's about the color of my lid if I already primed with Juvia's Place at Prep by Prime. But I just want something gentle. There. And now we're gonna go into this palette and we're gonna do whatever we're gonna do. I don't even know. I didn't even plan this. I just pulled it out and decided we wasn't using it. So here we go. I'm gonna go into this brown. Tap, tap, tap. And we're gonna build up a crease. This recent launch from Juvia's Place is really getting me to use more neutral colors, you know? It's different for me. Alright, in the crease of the eye, I'm gonna go in with this brown. Probably my favorite matte of the palette. Tap, tap. And we're gonna bring that in. Yeah, that's like my favorite transition shade. She's just close enough to my skin tone to really, like, I don't know, do whatever she's doing. I don't have words today. Okay, go back into that first shade, reestablish our depth right in here. Then let's go ahead and just do those same colors on the lower lash line. Okay, now we're gonna go into the liquid shades. And I'm gonna use the shade Coffee Cake. Kind of a soft beigey pink. And we're gonna put that on the lid. So my method of doing this is kind of dragging it down towards the lash line and centering it where I want the bulk of the color, and then very lightly feathering the edges of the shade. This way I'm not just swiping it all over the place, risking it being too pigmented where I don't want it pigmented, and also losing you know, the opacity. Like, I don't want to create a bald spot here. So I just mostly tap it where I want the bulk of it and then just slowly drag it out. These have a fabulous formula. To only have had them for a few days, I'm already sold. They are very much like the About Face. Very much. So much better than the Moiras. I hate to keep bringing up a brand that I no longer use, but if you have those, you might think, oh, well, I don't need other liquid shadows. I mean, if they work for you, that's great. They did not work for me, like, really at all. Well, actually, oddly enough, the one place I did enjoy most of the colors was my lower lash line. My lower lash line holds on to shadow really well. I don't know why, but yay me. All right, we're gonna leave that just like that. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead, go off camera, do the other eye, and then we will put a little bit of shim on this, some mascara and some liner, no lashes, and then we'll do a lip. All right, we are done. And now I'm taking the shade Vanilla Velvet, and that's gonna be our shim. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger. Now the shimmers, I don't know. Let me see if maybe applying it like that is better. Nope. Okay, the shimmer on the eye is very lackluster. I think it's because I'm putting a small amount on and then spreading it out, and that's changing the wash, like the way that it looks. Like on my hand, I can just do it like that, but I don't want that on my eye, you know? So that's okay. It's okay. We will try that at a later date. Let's go ahead and pull something else out. My Juvia's Place singles. And I think we're gonna pop on this shade here, okay? I believe this is Ashanti. Palette. It's got a little bit of a green shift, but a pink base. Very beautiful, one of my faves. Beautiful. We're going to take a little bit of this on the lower lash line as well. Princess. Mascara on my lid, let that dry. Alright, and in the meantime, fingers and pick out a lip. Let's just start with Juvia's Place. Of course I was gonna do that. Duh. Now, the darkest liquid eyeshadow from Juvia's Place in Cafe Noir is a liquid version, at least upon first glance, of Sheba. Okay, I could use that as a lip liner if my Shebas ever disappeared. And even though that's the case, and I love finding multi-use products like that, we're gonna use the eyeshadow for the eyeshadow and use Sheba for the lips, okay? Because that's what she's for. I kind of feel, yeah, no, we're gonna do my Juvia's Place trio. Wait, what's the trio? well, duo, because I'm not gonna put a dark gloss on this. But you know, Juvia's Place, and then Juvia's Place Sheba, and also Self Love. My favorite. Beautiful. And then, you know, I love to put my Revolution gloss on top of this. Like I said, we are scraping the edges of that. It's always fun. All right. And that is the finished look. Just get a little bit of that mascara off of my lid. That pink shimmer is absolutely beautiful. This is the type of like shade that flips to green that I don't mind because it's not so heavily green. Sorry, too much lip gloss. So I'm totally okay with this because it's a very sheer wash of green, you see? So yeah, that's it. We did it. I really like these liquid shadows. I really, really do. I turned on, I just watched a few minutes of it because when I wake up, especially on Sunday, I have a very small amount of time and I get so like overstimulated and just, I don't even know the word, where I can't stay on one thing for too long. You know, the technology has ruined our brains now. We can't even, like 30 seconds is too long. But I just saw the intro of the newest Bothered and Beautiful podcast, and I gotta learn their names. I know the one guy's name is Johnny. I don't know what the other guy's name is. But the other guy was saying how he doesn't want brown liquid eyeshadows, like he's in a ballet slipper. It was like a beige, a pink, a light like cocoa or like neutrally grayish brown, and then a dark brown. He was like, I don't want brown eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadows in these beige, boring, pinky belly slipper colors. I don't want that. And I was like, I do. I just bought a bunch of that. So that's what I love about beauty. That's what I love about that podcast. Hearing other people's, you know, their preferences and things that they like and why they like them. I find it very interesting. I'm having a really good time with the liquid shadows. I think it's going to be battle of the brands over here. Now, I say battle of the brands just because we can play with all of them. I can do comparisons, but they're all strong in their own right. And the About Face liquid shadows, their eye paints are absolutely amazing. I really enjoy the Juvia's Place ones, but one thing About Face has up on the Juvia's Place launch is Juvia's are all very neutral colors. They pretty much coincide with this, except for there aren't like the pinky shades in here, but like there's this color, that color, this color, and this color, and even this color, and that color, and that color in the liquid versions, you know. But this pink that I put on is not in here. It's kind of like this shade. Whereas About Face has a lot of colors, so basically a rainbow. She's even got pastels, she's got multi-chromes, primary colors. So you gotta decide what's best for your collection. But as it is, I enjoy having all of them in my collection. And I also, like I said, have a lot of sticks that we have to get some use out of. But I'm having a really good time with the formula. The Juvia's Place ones are so easy to manipulate, much like the About Face. You can put them on with one brush if you really needed to. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my eye, and I appreciate that. I hate to keep harping on it, but the Moira Believe the Heights felt heavy. They felt heavy. They creped. I think in the first video where I did this, I said that it felt like it would get metallic. And what I should have said is it actually feels more like, well, it will look metallic, but it looks really putty-like. It'll look putty-like because you'll see a lot of texture, and if your eyes have any lines, those lines kind of gather and they're tight, and it would look really textured. It looked very heavy, and it would almost change the finish because it's fighting what's dry versus what's wet. The Moiras just were not for me. Juvia's Place, I can keep adding it, and while at some point you're not going to get any more color, the formula lays into itself really, really well. It stays nice and smooth. It doesn't build in a way that is causing texture or mountains, you know, per se. It plays really well with the shimmers that I put on top. Now, like I said, we are going to have to do some finagling with these shimmer shades because I'm putting those on very sheer. I'm tapping on a little bit and shearing it out, and it's really just kind of turning into nothing. The first look I did, it worked because that one had a bit more sparkle in it. This one seemed to be, whereas the first one seemed to be sparkly, the one I tried to apply seemed to be shiny, and that's different. A shine, it's just like, it's shiny when you put it on, but like on the swatch it was shiny, but manipulating it, it just kind of fizzled out. So we're going to play with those, and I'm excited to do so. And yeah, while I do like the idea of Cafe Noir being a liquid version of Sheba, we are going to let her just be an eyeshadow, okay? Because I have 2 more bullets of Sheba, and best believe when I open the next bullet, I will buy another bullet, so I always have 2 more lipstick bullets of Sheba waiting in the wings to be called at any given time. So, The Voice, you know, it's Sunday, okay? So I'm gonna go eat, even though I just ate a little bit ago. I'm gonna go eat, see what my husband is doing, give my little baby bear a little peck while he's sleeping, and I'm gonna lay down. Thank you for tuning into my channel. It's been me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch. You already know. Let me know, do you prefer this? I like it. I brought it out just to cancel all of the white balance issues I've been having. I feel like sometimes you can't really see me, or you can't see what I'm doing, especially with the bright light, because I'm just using natural sunlight. I try my very best to just record when there's sun, and since it's springtime, there's more light. But I decided to put this out just to cancel all the white so I didn't get washed out. So let me know if you like this. I like it. I like the color as well. Feels vintage, okay? But yeah, let me know. I hope you are having a good day. Take good care of yourself. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. And I will see you in the next video, which will be very, very soon. But until then, take care.